Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Good evening to you, and today we are going to present our project assignment and our application called SukaSolat, which is a pay time apps. So I will introduce my name first. My name is Muhammad Harisimi bin Muhammad Shukri. My metric number B0324105540, and next for my team.
My name is Ahmad Taufik Andriono. My metric number is B02410965.
So our group is IDMY. And right here we are showing you the Android Studio for our application code, and we will run this inside Android emulator. So let's try to run it first. So at first it will show the splash screen for our app, which is the customizable splash activity. It use a thread to use the thread pause. It sleep for 2 seconds, and after that it will intend to the setup screen. If the shared preference flag setup complete is false. If it's true, it will go to the main activity. If the setup is complete. If the setup is not complete yet, it will go to setup activity. It's actually for the first time user who use the app, it will go to the setup screen, and for the returning user, it will go to main activity. And it's saved into the shared preference. The name is user preference. Next, I will pass to Taufik to explain about the setup activity.
Okay, moving on the setup activity. The first function we have is auto locate. In auto locate, we can use location from the emulator to get the location, which is precisely detect your phone location by using GPS. It can be used manually from the under autolocate by typing your city and your country. And for the third function is calculation method. We have the calculation method from the API called Aladhan API. It is mostly for the Muslim API. We just use the calculation method for prayer times, and when you done with your setup, you click on the save button, it will save to the share preference, which is saved to if the auto locate is saved and the calculation method is saved as well, it will show you the preference saved successfully at the bottom of the screen. And after that, it will moving to the navigate to the main activity after the setup is complete. Next, I will pass it to HARRAZ for the main activity explanation.
So before to going to main activity, we will try to toggle the auto locate and use calculation method from JAKIM, which is the index for JAKIM inside the API is 17. So I'm going to try the save changes first. Actually for the auto locate, if we toggle it, we cannot enter the city and country field because it is a logic error handling. So right now I will click save changes. It show a lot dialog and the toast preferences successfully. And at the main activity page, it will ask user to allow their location first for the first time user. If it returning user, then the location is already allowed, so they don't need to set up this location allow lah. So I will click the precise location and while using the app, and we will wait for a second. Now it's fetching the location from our device location, which is right now it's actually the Duran Tunggal Malaysia, and fetching the paying time using pay time API. So inside the code, we will go through it one by one. So the first thing is use the fuse location provider client to get the latitude and latitude, and it will fetch the prayer times. So from the shared preference, if user turn on use the auto locate, use the if auto locate, it will check the location permission. If the device already have the location permission, then they will not going to prompt the location dialog lah. And next, we are going to fetch city and country from location. This is for manual location input, which is we will get the latitude and latitude based on the location provided from the user lah. And also use the shared preferences to save and fetch period time by coordinate. Yeah, basically it's just the same. It use this because we need to save the calculation method ID from provided city and country by user. Also, if you use auto locate, it will auto fetch the city and country based on the latitude and latitude. And right now for the main function, which is the fetch period time by city and country. Oh, I'm sorry. For the main function, it will update UI with prayer time. So how does it update the UI with prayer time? Firstly, it will call from shared preferences, calculation method ID, which is set by user, and it will update the next prayer time. Next prayer time is basically use the function called local date time now from Java, and we will invoke using current prayer date time to calculate the time logic lah. And it will update the prayer time list if the API detect the location. It will update the prayer time list, which is this is the prayer time list. So this is the related code for it. And how does it fetch the times? It will fetch from the prayer time class. We already set the getter for every prayer times. And it will highlight the current prayer time. For basically right now we are recording at 12:57. So next prayer time is Fajar. So for the Imsak, we as a Muslim we did not pray at the Imsak. Imsak is just 10 minutes before Fajar. So um I will try to change the time from the emulator to show how does it works. So let me change the time first. Okay, I will turn off the set time automatically. I will make the time is around like maybe 1 p.m. Okay, 1 p.m. 1:58 p.m. And we click OK. Now let's go back to our app to see the changes to ensure the highlighting works well. So now we can try to reload the app. Okay, now because the time is 1:58, the current prayer time is Zuhur, and the next prayer time is Asar. So this is the proof that our logic for time for next prayer time and current time is working. And it will show inside the card at the above what is the net prayer time, Asar, and the time, and the remaining time from Zoho to Asar. And also it will fetch in the second card the location from the user, the day, the Hijri date, and the Gregorian date. So for the how does it calculate the timing is actually the using the function local date time, pass time to local date time. So it will convert to the millisecond to make sure the app can read the times. And right now we explain the everything about the API. So we use Aladhan API. This is the endpoint v1 slash timings by city, v1 slash timings for get prayer time by coordinate, timing by city to get the prayer time by city and country. This is the API client. So for the endpoint that I show here, it will concatenate by using the base URL from API client. This is the base URL. So actually after it's fetching, it will put another URL here. URL here is basically is from here. So it will be /v1/timing and so on. We use Retrofit library to fetch the API. And this is a fetch prayer time workers. Fetch prayer time workers is actually background task using WorkManager. And this is the related code. It uses the getter from the prayer time class as well. And the main view model is actually for the prayer time repository to get the live data. Prayer time. Okay, this is the prayer time class, which will set the constructor, the entity table name. We use the room database to save the local data storage cache. Basically, it's called cache for the user who is returning user, so they don't need to set up back the setup activity. So this is show that our app is convenient for offline mode as well. And this is the setter and the getter for all the things. And this is the prayer time adapter. The prayer time adapter is extending the recycle view to fetch the prayer time and update it to UI. So this is the related code. Prayer time DAO, data access object. So insert the class prayer time. And this is the query select from prayer times order by ID. Descending limit 1. So it will get the latest prayer time. So this is the file that I show you is right now explaining about the room database for the local storage. Now this is the prayer time database. We are declaring the entities from prayer time class and the version 4 because I already export the schema multiple times. Basically it will I already make it false for the production lah. So it's extend the room database. And this is the prayer time database class, and prayer time item is actually for this one to get name, get the time to show it to here, and the highlighting method that we show. This is the prayer time repository and prayer time response. So in the prayer time response is actually respond all the prayer time that we fetch from the API to put inside our app. So I think that's all for the main activity. Also forgot to mention that we have the navigation here. We use the bottom navigation mode. So I will pass to the Taufik for the settings part.
Okay. Moving on to the setting part, basically it is the same with the setup. The difference between setup and setting is setup is only for the first time you open the app, and the setup you do when you first the app is save on shared preference. After that, when you open again the app, it will load the shared preference to the setting. In here, you can change the location manually or automatically. Depends on what you want to do. Because it is just showing the exact UI and the exact same function with the setup. So basically, in this code, when you save, when you do the changes on the setting, there's a function that is as save changes. Save changes. Go to the top. Go to the top. On the function save changes, there's a shared preference. to get shared preference from the first time you do the setup, and then it will auto locate the things you already did from the start. For example, if the auto locate is enabled, then you cannot change the city and country manually. And then moving on to the bottom, if the city is empty, then it will show you the error that city cannot be empty from the manual input. Moving on to the country, it is get the same set error. The country cannot be empty, and it must do the name is letters only. You cannot use a symbol or a number. And after that, you, you select the calculation method. From the calculation method, basically in the code we just call it by ID. But on the from the user point of view, it will show you the string, because if you show the user the ID, they don't get it what ID they will use. And after that, when you do the save changes, it will show you the change saved successfully. This method is using a toast to show the user that the changes they do is already saved. Change do the changes to the US. Okay. Then it will show you the change saved successfully at the bottom of the screen, on above the navigation bar.
So I think that's it for the setting, right, Taufik?
That's all for the setting.
Yeah. So right now we are trying to demonstrate the auto locate. No, we are going to demonstrate the manually input from the user. Let's say I will put a kota baru, and the country is Malaysia, obviously. And I will change to other. I will choose the Jakim because we are in Malaysia. We will use the calculation method from that Islamic Council. So I will try to save changes, and it will change this successfully. If you go to the home, and it will fetch the things that we already saved. So this is the correct timing. So to show you the correct timing, I will compare it with the Google. So right now I will stop sharing and sharing my whole screen first. So I will open up the Google Chrome to show if it's exact or not. So I will try to search for Kota Baru Batu Solat, and maybe I will use this Solat because I think it's the exact one. So the imsak is at 6:08 and Fajar is 6:18, and it will have the some differences like plus 1 minute, minus 1 minute, but obviously this is the closest one that we get from Aladhan API. So let's say if I turn on the auto locate, so this is the things that we are making it to the logic. If you turn on the auto locate, then obviously we will not fetch the Kota Baru, right? We will fetch the exact location from the system location. So if I save changes and I go to the home, it will detect Duran Tunggal again. So let's try to check if we are going the. I will try to search for the Malacca Batu Solat, and 6:05, 6:15, and this is the exactly the timing is. So user can use our application to see the prayer times and do their prayer. So to ensure that they are following the exact uh exact prayer
time.
times. Yeah. And I think that's it what we are going to demonstrate for our app. Forgot to mention that our create, update and delete is basically from the setting, which user can create their city, country and save changes. They can update it from here and they can delete from here and use the auto locate toggle. So the application will read the input by user and fetch the play time. So this is our UI. We make it in modern style. We're using the card material and the recycler view. So our app is actually responsive. If I try to rotate the screen and it is showing like this, we can use to scroll bar, and basically it is very responsive. Okay, let me going back to the normal orientation. So all right, this is the normal orientation. And the last page that we have is actually about. This is just to show the about SukaSolat. What does it? What is the application is all about, and the version of the app, and developed by SukaSolat dev team. So basically, that's all for our app. Thank you for spending your time to watch this video. I hope this application will works well for the Muslims out there to get their own exact prayer times. And anything, Taufik, you want to say?
Uh, uh, I hope we can make an improvement for this app and for the user out there that they have a struggle looking at the prayer time. I hope this app will help them as well.
Yeah, because our app is actually working in offline and online mode as well. So this app is very small size and without no massive function like keyblad or anything like that. So we just focus on developing the app for the prayer times only. So it's also works for different location. So I think that's all from us. My name is Muhammad Harras and my team member is Muhammad Taufik. Thank you for watching this video.
Okay.
Uh,
I hope you guys enjoy watching this video and I wish our video will help you to use our app in the future.
all right. See you again. Bye.
Bye bye.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Suka solat is good.